Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And some room to work. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Oh, this is going to be ugly.
Touchdown,
It's going to be ugly, man.
Chris Carson,
throw the ball.
43 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue. Explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is what to answer right now.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
See who won?
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, they blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
That's me.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted.
It's like the first line in the middle between the first and second line.
Out of bounds, that does you no good.
Let's run some stuff. All right.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's Wilson to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Side of the field, do whatever you want. We'll play for them. Struggling with the buttons.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Taking it about the 16. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Center back, 3 tight ends. 1 wide receiver, 1 running back. Three running backs. Dang! Alright, let's do this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ooh. Okay.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down, Raiders.
Oh, man. Wow. Get that boy hurt, man. Get that boy hurt.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
Watch that leverage on this drive. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Carson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Here you go, Marcus.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Yes, it is. You gotta play. I had a bad day in mind today, boy. I'm glad playing you with a big, you know what I mean? Got a good old smile on my face.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Bound to lose one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready? Hey, hold on. 54 miles. Exit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
Into
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there in that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Watch Lamar.
Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
It was violent.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 39 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
What? 65, 65, 65.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
21. One more time.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's his running back, Rosales. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Let's get this touchdown. Maybe we can run this one here. This one, yeah. We can run this one. I don't like it. Too much.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
What's this defense doing?
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This pass into the arms of Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson.
Oh, you got to hold the ball.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
That's a great pass. Got to hold that ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Let's see what his offense can do. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Wants to run. They're running it. Out. Hey.
See what he wants.
Run left. 48 mark. Look for signal.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run down here with pro size. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Well, that's my problem. I ain't got no goal line offense.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson.
That's quick.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Who is this white boy, man?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
What?
At the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, give
And
me
he
my
can't hang
touchdown, man.
on. That's definitely going to be one he
Wow,
wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The strong window's get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now it's Wilson.
Hey,
and the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey. 4 down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to... Oh, no. He lost the football.
This game
and it's
is
picked
crazy.
up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This game is pure
That takeaway, partner.
How
right
you
there.
down and the ball's a fumble? Come on, man. They gotta cut this out, man. Go back in the game, cuz.
That's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I'm trying to help my boy reach out, man.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And Frank,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jackson. It's complete to Snead. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Lamar.
Jackson will throw again. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They did disrespectful to the quarterback there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.